being the man in the relationship, paying the rent, you're living technically under his roof. Does that qualify him to have a little more say in the relationship or no?
No, I wouldn't say that because I don't quantify certain things.
Same question to you. Men find success and the grand prize is women. What is the grand prize for being a successful woman?
Freedom and money. Because when you have your own career, you obviously make money if you're successful. Money equals freedom. So you can do whatever you want.
Do you think he respects you more because you've got a lot going on?
Yes. He said that he would never be with a girl who's not driven.
Got it. So respect to him. And have you ever been with a guy who found you a little much, like too work oriented? Like you're a little intimidating. Have you been with a guy like that ever?
I wouldn't say that I was ever like intimidating. At least nobody told me that. But I know that a lot of guys don't like when a girl is very vocal about her opinion. And I'm very vocal about my opinion. So when it comes to being submissive, I couldn't do that because that's just not my personality. That's not my personality. And that's why I left the comfort of my own home. That's why I'm trying to do my own thing.
Let's talk about the money. Like, how does it work in your marriage?
Well, he pays majority of most of the bills. I have a very small income that I bring in. It's supplemental income, but that's mostly because I can be fulfilled in that. I think if I wanted to make candles and make no money, I think he'd be fine with that. But that's kind of how the breakdown is. And he takes a lot of pride in doing that. He's very happy to protect and provision. And I think a lot of men don't get to have that opportunity where they could have that intimate of a relationship with their wife, female partner.
She's being very open and honest, saying, look, he makes all the money. I'm here to support him.
You've
been open and honest, saying, hey, we both make money. So how do the bills break down?
We're very open with our finances. So like he knows how much I make. I know how much he makes. And then we decide together what we're going to spend on what. Like he pays the rent. So maybe I'm going to pay for the car or something. So like
but he pays the rent.
Yeah.
Period. He pays the rent.
Yeah.
Well, the rent is the biggest expense that someone will have.
Not necessarily.
Well, what do you mean? Of course it's the biggest expense.
No, like groceries and the car gets expensive.
No, groceries are a third.
Spend on groceries?
No, I'm not
I buy
even
a lot of organic food.
But the reality is rent or housing is the biggest expense.
He pays the rent.
Okay. But being the man in the relationship, paying the rent, you're living technically under his roof. Does that qualify him to have a little more say in the relationship or no?
No, I wouldn't say that because I don't quantify certain things. So like if he pays the rent, but maybe maybe I'm actually physically going to go buy the groceries. So I'm going to put my time and my effort and my energy into doing something and he's going to do something else.
Do you do all like the cooking and cleaning?
No.
Okay.
He's a Virgo, so he's like.
所以各位看到了吗？就是这位 Coco， 尽管说什么蛙哥啊，独立女性要做一大堆事情，最后房租还是她男朋友全付。你会知道说很有趣的事情，每次当你问到一个女生说，比如说就是男生付钱嘛，然后女生不付，那大家也理解，我也完全认同男生应该付钱。那这个情形说你问下去的时候啊，女生就会用一种回答的方式，像刚才我讲说 I don't want to quantify， 就是说我不想要去量化这种东西。你知道，忽然这个时候你去算这个钱的时候，他就觉得我不想要算这个钱。我认为这不是只是要那个钱，因为当你是创业家或是你在赚很多钱的时候，那个金额上的数量确实不是你 care 那个钱而已，因为你可能可以在某个时候又花一笔钱。好，我要讲这么多，只是想跟大家讲说，这不是只是在那边数字的说女人就是要削你那几百块或者几千或者几万块甚至几万块的那个钱。这个是因为女人的天性的问题，就是说她要你付那个钱，不是只是因为那个钱数字本身她要，是她的择偶天性的时候，她的对你的那个择偶上的一种，你可以说感受，为什么是蛙哥？你就是得付那个钱，那个感受才会出来的点。那你会说 ，AB 干那不是都一样吗？就是反正两件事情是一样的事情，但是也不一定，因为有些女人她们可以修炼到就是自己的海会跟你会这样暴走，就是可以跟男生go Dutch。所以我要讲的点就是说，这女生其实就是一样啊，就是双标，就是说在事情是 favor 她的 hypergamy 的时候， 他就要这男生做。但是当事情不 favor 在 hypergamy 的时候，他就说我要 partnership， 就是这个情形，你就可以看穿，就是包含他一开始说男生要出钱，第一次约会的时候男生要请晚餐，那这个就是一个我认为就是一个很掠夺式的一种 hypergamy 的情形，不只是第一次约会的时候男生要请晚餐，然后还要所谓的什么平等主义的，不去帮老公做一些身为人妻该做的事情，然后两边都有自己的事业，但是在分房租的时候，你又要可以符合我 hypergamy 的欲望，是你要付钱。那我很好奇，我其实最终他是不是可以敬仰这个男人，我是很怀疑的。我是觉得他没有敬仰他的男人，就是他其实就是就像我刚才讲，你default，我觉得这个就蛮惨的，就是说你如果default的心态就是我不想要敬仰男人的时候，其实不知道，也许他后来以后遇到一个顶级阿法的人，就忽然就变成 submissive 了，谁知道这种事情很可能会发生，就是他一定要遇到一个，可是这么阿法的人会理他吗？我也不知道。继续。
Like, because he's, paying rent, that's really nice. Does he, like, what does he get in return?
What does he get in return?
Mm-hmm.
He gets a lot in return.
Okay, like what?
Like I'm gonna keep that, I don't know, not answered.
Oh, okay.
What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
If a dude was paying my rent, like I'd make sure that I would do the cooking, cleaning, I would do everything in the house. So
you're saying if a guy's paying your rent, you're doing everything.
Yeah, free rent. What?
Around the YouTube channel, though, your YouTube channel, you really enjoy that,
Mhm.
right? So I think you would find a way to fit in your schedule,
Mhm.
prioritizing your relationship, and while
Mhm.
also not essentially sacrificing
Oh,
all of your channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't just like do nothing. I think you can cook and clean
Yeah.
and still do other things.
Mhm.
But I think you guys are mishearing what I'm trying to say. Like if he pays the rent, okay, but let me give you whatever. Let's say the rent is 5K. It's not 5K, but let's say it's 5K.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm gonna spend 2-3K for something else.
Mhm.
So it's not like tit for tat. So like he pays rent, but maybe I'm gonna spend the same
so-
amount of money for something else.
So it's more like 50-50. You would
It's
say,
not
or-
50-50 because that's just not how I was brought up and that's not how I was raised.
Okay, what would you say? It's like 80-20,
Maybe 70-30.
70-30. Okay.
Is that a fair split?
I mean, it sounds what I believe most women would expect is the 70-30. They might not say it. And I think that 70-30 is the new 50-50 because we're going to downplay the man's money versus the woman's money, if that makes sense. I think this is essentially a modern relationship. And I don't prefer modern relationships. And I think they have, their own issues because I don't think there's that sweet intimacy that is between a feminine woman and a masculine man, where you just have these understanding of your roles within the home. But some people want to gender bend and they want to do their relationships how they want to do it. I know that if I had to grow up in that kind of situation where I didn't see either one of my parents, I don't think I'd be happy with that.
这种 AA 的问题都讲到烂了，所以当然就是大部分商人处境不行的男人，你可能会很需要 AA， 那就是你自己要可以承担 AA 来，或者是就是你没办法 cover 妹子钱的这个事情带来副作用。我知道，就是因为这个对男人来讲，你是没有钱的话，你就只能 AA， 所以在这个情形下面，你就是要去面对这种副作用带来的东西。但是有些人可能也是撑得过去，但是他就是有些副作用。但是如果说你商人处境够的话，或者是你未来希望可以不要 AA 的话，你希望这是一个你的目标就不是 AA 的话，就是我也是想推广男人就是往这个方向迈进。OK， 就是对你的正宫啦，好不好？就是你要了解去炒 AA 的这件事情，去炒 AA 这件事情，它重点不在于那个金额，它重点是在于你想要怎么样的两性动态，以及你对你自己商人属性的一种期待，或者是你的目标，我觉得这很重要。就是当你在谈论 A 这件事情的时候，其实你已经把刚刚那两个东西，至少其中一个给否决了。你当然有可能是很有钱的人，然后你还是觉得说，干我不想被女生占便宜，要跟你 AA。但是这种情况，你就是不想要有红药丸的两性动态嘛？那其实是也不是不行，但是你如果觉醒的话，你会发现说，其实 男人付钱这件事情其实是很好办事的，而且是事情会顺利很多的。